Hey guys, today I'm gonna show you like how you can build a CRUD app in Mun. So believe me guys, if you watch the whole video, I'll guarantee you'll work like a pro, like you'll know everything. I'll like teach you everything whatever in the thumbnail, like in the easiest way. So let me just give you a demo what we're gonna build. So this is the form. So we'll be building obviously a CRUD app. So suppose in form I'll put John, age 22, city NY, country USA. So as soon I make it create, and it will automatically appears here. So now if I have another one, John, let me make it John 2, then age 24, city UK, country whatever, UK is whatever, let it be. So as soon as create, so it will just show up here. Now if you want to edit it, so you can just quickly like do like this and change city to whatever and country to USA, and then you will hit update. So here you don't have the update button, but as soon as you click edit, it will show you update button, and just click update. See, now it's city changed to whatever and country to USA. Now if you want to delete it, so just delete that like this and it will be deleted. And you want to delete this also, just click it and it's got deleted. So this is the basic CRUD app we're gonna make using MongoDB Atlas, like the cloud base, and Express, Node, and obviously the main thing, React. So let's just get started. So let me just close this tab and this, yeah, let me close it. So let me just go to my drive. Let me go here. Yeah, make a new folder and we'll name it CRUD. And you can find the folder in the description GitHub link. So from where you can, like, if you want, you can download. So firstly, we'll go and do yeah. So you have to download like Node.js and all that. So I won't be downloading. Just type Node.js download, and you can just come here and just like normal Windows, like normal installation, the one install like we install software. You already know, you can watch bunch of things like online. So it's a normal install. After you just install Windows or Mac, whatever I have already done, just come open command prompt and type npx create dash react dash app space dot. So npx create react app dot. So the folder will be created here. No, we'll make a client folder. Okay. So in that we'll make the client folder for the React app. So and just hit it. So it will create the what do you call app for React. Then we'll open command prompt and make a directory for server, and here we'll do all the server thing. So guys, so let me just tell you, firstly we're gonna work on the backend side, like the Node.js API. Firstly we'll be building the API using Postman. So you can go on to the Postman, like what you'll see here. Yeah, so just download the Postman. So you can download the app here for the Postman. So we'll be testing the API for the Postman. Okay. So after downloading and installing Postman, so let's start for the backend API work. So firstly, what we'll do, we'll install npm install nodemon. Make it global nodemon, because I have seen if you don't make it global, it doesn't run sometimes. So make nodemon global and express. And for now we'll use these things only. After that I'll tell you like when to use mongoose or router, like slowly. Just install firstly go into server. Now do npm install nodemon, and like firstly do global. Like if you haven't done, let me just do the global for you. It will be a instant. Okay. Okay, after global install, then install npm install nodemon. Then we have express, and then press enter. Like these two things we'll be needing for now, but slowly as we go, then I'll tell you what other library you need. Because if I tell you all at once, then you will be like, oh, what we are building. So this is the server from where our Node.js backend will be there. let's go here. Okay, open with code, go to server and open with code. We'll work with the server, okay, for now. Okay, so now we'll make a new file called index.js. Okay, so let's create a server first. So we'll do const app, sorry, express. Let me make it a bigger screen. Yeah, express. I think icon is little bit. Let me change into settings. Settings, font or whatever you call it. Yeah, make it 18. I think it should be 18. Yeah, now it will be bigger little. Okay, const express equals to, then you will require express. Okay, so we'll need express for the routing purpose. Then we'll do const app equals to require, no, not required, sorry, it will be express. Okay, so now it's done. So we'll do app.use express. I'll tell you this afterward, because then you'll know why we are doing this. So for now, just normal, we have like required express, then created a app, then we'll go app dot listen, then whatever the port you want to give, like I can give 5000 or 4000, so whatever the port you need, so I'll run it on 5000, comma, then we'll make a function and we'll print console dot log running on port 5000. Okay, let's just save it and we'll go to command. Let me close the previous ones for the demo, whatever I'm showing. So here we'll go and type command prompt and we'll run the server nodemon index.js. Okay, so it's printing running on port 5000. So our server is basically running, there is no problem. Okay, so we can check it also. So we'll do localhost 5000. See, cannot get because we haven't make any root on this. So now we'll check for the root, is our root is working fine or not. So we'll do app.use, and this will basically, this will be the our like whatever we wanna like our URL, whatever you wanna give it. So this is our URL. Then here we'll do request comma response, then we'll make a function, then we'll open it and we say res.send URL is up. So what I'm doing here, I'm selling okay on this whenever someone hit the basic URL like www.facebook.com. So then this will be used and it will come here, and res means response. So what response I want to send? So I'll send URL is up. So my URL is working and I'll save it. And let me just show you again. Now refresh it. Oh, why it's not working? Okay, it's not restarted. I don't know why, but it should restart. Okay, now I'll just refresh it. Okay, URL is up. So normal, nothing. Okay, and now if I see, if I change this to create or let me do YouTube and save it. Now if I do, we cannot get, because that dot slash mean dot slash like normal slash mean the URL you are the domain name. Okay, and slash YouTube will be our like URL now. So we'll do slash YouTube. Okay, so URL is up. So you got the basic understanding of how we build a URL. So here we can so let it be up. So we'll say and res. Okay, so nothing much. So now we'll be going with the creating the user. Okay, so firstly we'll create then we have to like we have to use MongoDB also. So we'll go to MongoDB, mongodb.com, then you click on sign in. because we have using database of this only. Then you go to sign up. If you already sign in, so no problem. So I'll sign up with Google. I'll just use one of my email, I think. So just use one of your email and click for the sign up, then accept it and then submit it, and it's going on. Your account to deploy cloud, like it's working, obviously success. And it's loading. Then whatever your organization give name, project name, or whatever, you let it be default. So you can like prefer JavaScript, and I like Python little bit, Java because it's really, and Go. Yeah, this thing I like. It's not necessary, but you can click. Okay, it's one only. Then I'll be go with JavaScript. So we'll use the create a cluster for the free one. Create cluster. Then you can select any whatever the default is. Then you do create cluster, and it's working on. Uh, okay, so now everything is done. I think we are deploying changes like they are making what's 10 will what we have to do. Database, create new cluster. I think cluster is already being made. Yeah, it's deploying our changes. So let's go to database access. Okay, so afterward, like it's being done the creation of server, it will look something like this, or whatever, maybe some updates maybe there, so you may have a different visual. So you'll just go to connect, and there are some configuration like add your current IP address. Then you will be accessing from the current public IP address you have. Add a different or whatever the IP address. Allow access from anywhere. I'll follow to go with allow access from anywhere. Then you can like use whichever Wi-Fi you need. Then okay, then IP 0.0.0 means any IP. Then database username will say YouTube. Password, I'll say uh, password, let me put my password or whatever the password you need. And this is the YouTube. Then create database user. Okay, it's created. Choose a connection method, then we'll click here. Then we'll choose connect with the Mongo shell, connect with your application, connect with MongoDB Compass. So Compass is basically when you have something on your application, it's on the device only. We'll say connect your application. Then we'll click the driver. We'll use Node.js obviously, and version 3.6 or later, or if you have different version you can use that. Then we'll just copy this. Okay, this has been copied. Now we'll close it. Now we'll come here, and now so now we'll make models like database, schema, you have read in like SQL or somewhere. Then we'll create a folder called models, because basically called models only. Then we'll here called user.js. So user.js will be our schema where we'll be storing our user profile like name, age, whatever I was showing you. So for that we'll need to have a mongoose. So we'll go here and close this, and we'll do npm install mongoose. So I'll tell you now, I'll let you install each and everything one by one, so you will better understand why do we need what is saying. I think I messed up the spelling. Mongoose, npm install mongoose, mongoose, it's mongoose na. Yeah, no, I don't know why it doesn't end that time. Now just run it again, nodemon index.js. Now we'll do const mongoose equal to require mongoose. Then we'll do const, we'll define the schema. user schema. So now here we'll do mongoose dot schema. Now whatever the schema, like whatever the details you want to store, so we'll store the name, and name should be string. Then we'll store age should be number. Then we'll store city should be string. Then we'll store country, it should be also a string. So whatever the data you need, so like if you need any else data, so you can just write it. So like this, I'm making a schema here. So like you want another schema for like for admin, so you can just create a same page like this and copy these things same, just change this name and whatever I'm telling you afterwards. So now we'll say module dot exports equals to mongoose dot model user comma user. Okay, so now we are exporting this model. Okay, so what we have done, we have made a user schema, and then we have telling to mongoose to create a user schema like this and export it as the name like user. Okay, so we'll access it with the name user. We are exporting it because we are exporting as a name user. So like this you can create admin or whatever database or schema you need and just save it. Then we'll go here. Now the other part come, like we have to make a connection also. So there's a connection people use .env and do the connection. I can use that also, but I want you to know the clear like how to use it very easily method in a easy way. So we'll create here only like the connection const mongoose equals to require mongoose. Okay, so normal this. Then what we'll do now, we'll here write database URL, or sometimes people say URI, or I don't know what the full form is because I don't really care the full form. So we'll do mongoose dot connect, then we'll connect with the URL. And what's our URL? No. First, yeah, we firstly let me write the connection URL. We'll say const connection underscore URL. Okay, so what's our connection URL? So our connection URL is like connect whatever we have copied to the connection method. Yeah, so this is our connection URL. Okay, now we'll just come here and paste it and just put password, whatever your password you have set it, and database. So see this, you can see my first database, this is the database name. Lot of people get confused like how we can make our name database. So if you like write like YouTube tutorial, so it will make a YouTube tutorial database, and here you can put the password. Okay, so password should be hidden, so you can put it, I don't care because I'm really gonna delete it afterwards. Okay, so now I put password and this is my username and this is my password. Okay, so now we'll do mongoose.connect and we'll put the connection URL because we want to connect with this. Then after that we'll do console.log to check whether we have connected or not. We'll do console.log connected to database, but I think there is some error. Why it's showing some error? It should not show an error. Oh sorry, we won't be having these braces, so let me just remove it. Yeah, So we'll do, now you can remove these bases also. We'll just directly do console.log connected to database, and we'll just save it. And now let me just go and check it. Okay, connected to database, it means we are working with a database. But and whatever the data we'll get, we can see here. But now currently we don't have any data, so it will show no database name. Okay, after that, but as soon as like we push some data, it will show in our collections. Okay, so now this is done. Now what we have to do, we have to but just like send data to create. This will be a create user, and here we'll save the data. Okay, so for now we'll just make a dummy data, like directly push the data. So we'll say uh, what we'll say new user, because here our schema name is user model name what we have exported. We'll say new user, and the values we'll give, we'll say name will be, let's put it John. I'm sending static data, afterward we'll send from the API only. Then age we'll put 24, then city we'll say NY, then country, what is printing here, yeah, NY, then country we'll say USA. Okay, whatever the USA. Then we'll say okay, save it like this. And when we'll save it, then we'll say res dot send data inserted. Okay, now just save it. So this is the connection part. Let me just comment it out so you can better understand. Connection part. Okay, API. Okay, now this is our API, and this is like where we are having. So now when we'll hit this create API, so it will automatically come here and save these values to the database. Okay, but we haven't imported this user. So for that, okay, it automatically imported it, so that's a good thing. So what you have to do, you have to do require dot models slash user. So this is models slash user. So we are here, so we have to go in models folder. We have a user exported, just save it, and we have created a variable, and here we are saving it. Okay, just save it. Now let me just push the data and check it. Hit the URL, create. You why it's sending URL here? I'm sending res.send data inserted. Okay, it haven't restart. Oh, something error have came. Cannot node constant module not found. There's a module error. How does see these things happen when you use automatically? These things get what do you say, imported when you use so much of, like I use so much of these things autocomplete now. So let's just save it. Now restarting. Okay, everything working. So now go here and hit the create. Now it's showing data inserted, so it means our data has been sent. So now we can refresh it. Now we can see our data, I think so. What? Okay, there's some error. Hmm. Hmm. Okay, the error is because we have to allow network access in our MongoDB. So like you have normal here, so you just go to network access, then add IP address. If it already configured on your side, then no problem. Then you have to click allow access from anywhere, then hit confirm. now it will work. So I don't know, in the starting only I showed you I made allow from everywhere, but I don't know, maybe we have to do it again. So here now I have done it, so it's pending. So now it will work, I think. Let me close it, I was searching what happened. So now the same thing, we will hit the create. Okay, now we have data inserted, got it back. Now we'll go to clusters. Now we'll go to click collections. Okay, now see the YouTube tutorial is the database name, because we have set YouTube tutorial here. I told you now, here we can set our database name. Then this is the users, like schema of every users. Then we'll go to, where's the document? Reset. Let me just run it again. Now reset. Now what's happening? Okay, it's active. I think I have to restart it. Connected to database. So why are you not sending the data, bro? Oh, okay, now just restart. Okay, now let's reset. Okay, I think I have to use new URL parser. Use new URL URL parser true. Now just save it like this, and it's running now using the new URL parser. Now just refresh it. Now this time I think it will come the document. Are you kidding me? It's so embarrassing. Okay guys, so there was a spelling mistake. It was new URL parser, so I just wrote parse. So basically you have to use this thing, so like like everybody uses, so that's why I wanna tell you like step by step. So you have to use this for like posting any data. I don't know about the retrieving it, so you can just save it. Now I'll go here. Now I'll just make it do. Now I'll just reset it. See, now we have got John 24 NYUSC. We have John 24 NYUSC. We say now we'll make it Abraham 24. Let's just save it and again hit the same URL. Now just go here and reset it. So now we got Abraham 24, and this is the ID automatically get created in MongoDB. It's very useful for like differentiating between datas, set of datas for everything. So now we want to put dynamic data here. So for that's why we'll use Postman. I think you have already downloaded it. Okay, it's opening, running. Yeah, running, opening. Okay, okay. Let me close all these tabs. Don't save, don't save, don't save. Okay. So now just click here. There's a new. So we'll make a post request, obviously. So our URL is localhost 5000 slash create, because we are creating. Just go to body, then draw, and please make it as JSON, because people let it be a text and forgot. So now we'll send the data. We'll need name should be Apple or whatever you want to name it, or let me name it then only. Then we'll print age, then we'll do 22, then we'll do city, then we'll do LKO, yeah, then we'll do country IND. Okay, so these are the values we're gonna push into the create. Okay, so after that, for receiving here, so every data you post come in the request module. Okay, so we'll say request dot body dot name. So every request you put will be come in request dot body. So from there it will be object, so we can get the name, and same for the age, same for the city, and same for the country. Okay, or connect, not COUNT, country. Okay, now we'll make it async and we'll wait for the data to come back and we'll send that data. Okay, so for that we'll make an async, async function, and we'll say const response. We'll save our response and we'll await. So it will take some time, so we are doing await. So after that we'll send that data, we'll send response, and we'll make a status 200. So basically you know about 200, like 200 successful, 300 redirected, 400 user error, 500 internal server error. Like it's a normal use. So status 200 means successful, and we'll save the response that we are awaiting. If we don't put await, so it will directly come here and send it. So response will be like empty pending part, so it won't send anything. But if we do await, so it will stop here and until and unless data comes back. So whenever you save in MongoDB, it send back the data, and we'll capture in response and we'll send back the response, and just save it and just go to Postman. So we are sending these data. So now hit sending request. Okay, there's some error. Cannot read property name of undefined. Name of undefined. Request.body.name. Why it can't name? It's normal raw body JSON. So anybody got anything why we can't read it? So let's go for that. So basically for parsing the data, we have to use another, what do you call, middleware. So we'll do uh, app dot use express dot json. So it will parse our whatever the data is coming. So that's why I'm coming slowly, like for every error why we use this. So for that we'll use express.json. Now we'll save it and we'll just restart. Everything running fine, connected to database. Now if we hit send, hopefully we'll get some response. See, we got back because data got posted. So this is the ID which is automatically get created, name Zanu, age by. So this is the data got back from the MongoDB. Okay, it's not being sent response. Now just go to MongoDB and check. Currently we have two, you can see. So it's the third one, name Zanu, age by Telco India. Okay, so now you can see we can do like this. But there's some, now we have to use router. So why we use router? Because like we can easily use like this. Basically router we are using because suppose you have create API, then you have update API, then it will be like long in one page only. You will get confused what to use where. So that's why we have different sets of like what do we follow, sets of rules, so we can send API to different pages. Okay, so for that, or let's just cut it here, like cut it. Now we'll say app dot use, and we'll say slash create slash No, firstly let me make a folder and we'll make it router. Okay, router.js. Okay, no, it's the router folder, sorry. Yeah, now we'll make a file, we'll say create.js. Okay, now just paste it here. Now we'll change few things so you can know very well what things will change. So firstly we'll acquire router, const app equals to, no sorry, router equals to, what I'm doing yaar, router equal, अरे यार literally router equals to require express dot router. Please do it on your computer as I teach, because then only you'll understand, but otherwise you'll be like, oh, what's happening. Okay, then we'll do like this. Then we'll need model also, because we are using this model, so just copy it from the model part here. Yeah, just cut it because we don't need no, here. Now we'll use it here only. So everything's done. Then we'll say router, so it's a post one, so we'll say router dot post. Okay, now it will post the data and everything's fine. Now we have to export it like normal, module dot exports equals to router. Okay, now we'll just save it, and in the index part we have to import that, so we'll import after here only. Here we'll write routers. Okay, now we'll do const create equals to require, then we'll say router create dot js. So this whole part, router's whole part will come here in create. Okay, after that we just have to put it here, and we'll say go app.use create. So this whole part will come and sit in this create variable, and we'll just put it here like before we are doing async await here only, everything I think. So that way it will work greater. So let's just test it, save it, and let me see it's restarting. Okay, there's some error, can't find module. Okay, so basically it's we have to go 2 times back now, and now just save it. Okay, now it's running, connected to database, running on port 5000, everything works well. So now we'll just hit the same API with different Rhino code. Okay, this time name is code, hit send. However, cannot post, we have got a error, it says we can't post it here. So anybody can tell us like why can't we post it here? Because everything looks fine to me, to you also. So let me tell you why we can't do, because it's saying slash create. So it will go to slash create, then it will go here like as we acquiring everything in this variable. Then again it's going to slash create, like 2 times slash create is being created. So if I show you, if I again write slash create, then see it will work. See, we got the name code inserted, everything works fine. So that's why we from here we have to remove slash create. We can add extra URL if we need, but we don't need right now. So if we go to slash create, it will come here, and like the base one is will use that URL only and do everything like this, and just save it. So see, everything is working fine for now. Now second URL we want to create to get the users, so like to get the data back from the database. Let me reset it and show you that data also came. See code. Okay, name is code. So now second thing is we want to get whole the data, like get user data from there. For that we'll come here in router, and we'll say new file, and we'll say get.js, because we want to create another router. And we'll copy the everything from create, we'll paste it here, So now we'll just change few things like and all other things will be same. Now from here we'll just delete these things, and here we'll do like this, and user dot find and curly braces, nothing else, same thing. We'll get a response here and we'll send back the response whatever we got. Okay, now just save it, and here we'll delete this. Okay, okay, let me check if we have, yeah, okay. Now we'll say get, let me check the URL if we make the index. Okay, we haven't imported here. Then here we'll say const get equals to require dot slash router slash get. Okay, dot js, same thing. Now here we'll do the same thing, copy it, just paste it, and here instead of this URL we'll say from get, and here we'll say get. So now this get, now we'll getting the data, so we'll change post from to get. Okay, because last time we are posting, this time we are acquiring the data, getting the data. Now we are capturing whole of this in this variable called get, and on this URL we are sending it back. Okay, now just save it. Now open Postman, and now localhost slash get, and we'll just body doesn't matter whatever you write because it's not sending any data because we are doing get request, so we'll make it to guest, or you can make it a new also, so otherwise you will get confused. Localhost 5000 slash get. Okay, so whether you can write HTTP also or remove it, it doesn't matter. So let's just send it. Okay, it's sending. So we got an error. So say unpromised mongoose error, model do find cannot run without a model as this make your connection. So see, we got another error. So this time what error can we get? Let's get back here. So see, we have new. We don't use new when you're getting or updating something. New is used when we are creating a schema, like inserting a data. So we'll just remove this and save it. Now we'll go back and again send the get request, and we'll check whether we are getting or not. So see, we got the data back, all of the, see, is, let me make it bigger. See, this is one document object what we save, then this is another, this is another. So we have got all the data, all the, and everyone has a unique ID, like Mongo automatically give unique ID to every object. So this is ID, so it's getting all the data we are getting back. Now it's a get request, so we can check on the this also, and we can make it get. See, we got the, it's an array of objects. So this is the first data of elements, second data, third data, fourth data. Okay, this is like the all of data. So now we have what we have done till now. We have done create, we have done get. Now next we have to do update, because after creating we acquired it, then we update it. So for update, same thing procedure, we'll go to router, create new file, and we'll say update.js. Okay, now what we have to do, just copy whole of the get, I think copy whole of the create. Okay, just paste it here. Now up after that, and we'll do router there. Okay, everything seems fine. Then we'll filter the data. Okay, so let's just do it like this. Yeah, I mean, yeah, let it be. Then we'll say constant filter equal to underscore id colon request dot body dot id. ID. So this thing you have got it. So like we will be sending a in body an ID, like the way we are sending these data like in get create request we were sending these data na. Instead of that we'll send one more thing ID, but like we don't have the ID, but when we do get, when you see a data it will automatically send you the ID, so we have to use that ID to update any data. So you will know when you will create the React app, but and in the API part also you know how we have to do it. Because see, if we want to update something, update the name of this person John, so he has a different ID, so we'll capture his ID. This person has a different ID, this person have a different ID. So like this every object has a different ID. With the help of ID we will get the like which object has to be changed. Okay, so we'll send ID also. Then we'll say constant, same thing, we'll say update, nothing much. Then same request dot body dot name. If all of the things are same, let it be same, and whatever have change will come, it will come here, and here will not save it because we are not pushing it. Okay, and this new, we won't use this new also because I already told you like when we insert data then we only use. After that we'll say let doc equals to await user dot find one and update filter comma update, and whatever result we'll get back we send back the doc. Okay, doc. Okay, so what we are doing here, so remove this await because we are not sending anything here. So let me just save it and tell you what we are doing. So firstly we'll get the ID of the user whose data has to be updated. So on that basis, after that we'll get the name, age, city, country. So whatever changes you need to do, just do that and it will just capture here like we are doing in create. We are just capturing the data. After that we are saying find one user in the user model schema, find one and update. So which one you have to find, you have to find this person based on this ID and update and put these document there. Okay, and update it, and whatever the result will get we'll just say like return it. Okay, now we'll come here, we'll just do the same for this also, update also, and we'll capture whole data and get update, and we'll say update.js, and we'll say app.use dot update slash update. So we are capturing every data in this update variable of update.js and then exposing it to this URL. Okay, update, you can see it here. Okay, update. So now we'll just save it, but we'll get some error, you'll see. Then that's why I just like not telling you everything in advance, so you know why we are getting this error. So here we'll need update. See, update is the URL. Now we'll go to body. So see, this is the first person. Okay, whose ID is this, name is this, so we want to update this person. Okay, we'll just copy it, copy, just go to ra and always remember to make it a JSON. Like mostly people forget, like I only forget sometimes, so yeah. So we don't need this version that dash, like whatever it is, so we don't need dash. So suppose we want to change the name to what do you call, Johnny. Okay, Johnny will, and ID is this. Okay, whatever the ID. Now we'll, if we send, and this is a post request. Okay, so now we'll send the request and you see we'll get an error. What error? MongoDB error or whatever the error, you can read it at your own. So there is one thing you have to do on the index page while connecting it, like we use new URL parser for inserting the data. Same way you have to pass another value for modifying the data. We'll say use find and modify will put it false, not true, will put it at false, and we'll just save it. Okay, now it looks like this, pretty messy. And now we'll go back, it's running fine or not. Let's just close it. Yeah, now it's running, connected to database. Now go to Postman. Now see, we got an error here also on it, on back. So now as soon as we send, we got an error again. So this time unacceptable to adjacent position 150. Okay, like we did an error while sending the data. Now we'll send it. So let's just restart it here because it got also an error. Okay, now hit just send. See, again we got some error. This time what it's saying, use unified topology to pass options. So it's telling us pass option, use unified topology true. So no, that's not the problem. Performing an on path ID will modify email ID connection. Okay, I think we got the error. The error is we are copying same thing, and the user part I haven't like deleted this. Okay, we have to delete this part, user variable. Now we'll save it. Now it will work. Now we restarting. Now as soon as we'll send it, update. See, now we got the updated data back. John, oh sorry, why we are not getting the updated data back? Let us check whether it's got updated or not. We have changed John to Johnny. See, it got changed to Johnny, but the problem is why it not sending the updated data back. Uh, let now change the age and send back. Okay, it's updating it here. See, it's got 25, but why it's not sending us back the updated data? I think there is a problem with await or something like that. It's not sending the updated data. So we'll write directly update. So it will send the original data that is being updated. Okay. Now this time it will send it. So let's just request will send back this data only. Okay. Request.body. So whatever they are sending will send back and it will be okay. NYS. Now hit send. So now we'll get the updated data in the ID also. And here also you'll see if you do reset, we got it NYSCT. Okay, so everything is working fine. So these three are our APIs. So one is for create, one is for get, and one is for update. Now we have to do for delete. So delete is also a get request. So we'll just copy it. No, it's a post request because we'll be deleting by the name of the ID. We will just copy whole of it, and in router we'll create a new file and we'll call delete.js. We'll just paste it here, and this time the things we're gonna change is I think we should copy this update part. Okay, let's copy this update part. Yeah, because we'll have this filter automatically. We'll have to remove this update, and this time we'll do let doc awake user dot, and we'll say delete one, will because we'll deleting one and filter. Okay, so this time we'll just send this ID for deleting the property like doc object, and it will come into filter. Then we'll say user dot delete one filter. Okay, it's the same as the update one, just little bit changes are there. Again we'll go to here and we'll copy the route, and we'll say delete, and here also we'll make it delete, and same thing here for the route also. delete, delete. Okay, now we'll just save it. Okay, there's some error. delete, what is saying? Expression expected. What? delete, I think it's delete is not deletes. Let me make it deletes. Okay, deletes. Okay, because it's a reserved keyword for Node.js, and we'll just save it. And here, let's just go back to MongoDB URL. So see, this is the first Johnny. Let's just reset it and show you. See, this is the updated one, Johnny. We have to delete this object or this data. So we'll just copy it. Okay, how do I copy this ID? Okay, this ID is same as this. So just copy this ID. Okay, let's just copy this part. Okay, yeah. And we'll go here and we'll do post localhost 5000 / delete because we have a URL delete. And in body we'll go to raw, then we'll change to JSON and we'll just post it and we'll convert into JSON format like this. Okay, now let's just send it. So I think we have deleted it. So let's just see whether Johnny has disappeared or not from here. Okay, see, Johnny disappeared. So what happened? We send the ID of the Johnny, and here we got the ID, and we'll say user dot from the user. This is our, if you are getting confused for the user, so this is our user database, so it will come here only like collection. So user dot delete one filter, it means ID I want to delete, and after deleting just send straight 200 request dot body, or we can say doc and doc, whatever document we are getting back. See, okay, I think we have deleted it, so we won't get back. So this is for the API part. We have a create, then we have a get, then we have update, then we have a delete. Now let's go with the, we have now, I think we'll go with the client side, the React side. It's pretty easy on the React side, if I say so. So the server is running, let it run. So here we'll just, client side will open another and do npm star cmd, and we'll do npm star. Okay, let's just run it. Open the development server. Okay, see, it's running very fine, nothing problem is there. So let's just open the src file, and this is the app.js. This is the main file we are gonna work on. Firstly, we're gonna remove all this. We don't need really this, like all things are like useless. And we'll write hello world, just save it, and we'll go hello world in the middle. Okay, now we'll remove these also, we don't need this css also. So now just save it, and we'll get hello world here. Okay, nothing much, everything working fine. So we can delete and postman because we don't need any more. So now firstly, we want to send the data. Firstly we want to get the data, or I should make a create one. Okay, let me just for let me look for in index file of that. Let me open both the things in one folder only. Let me just close it, open with code. Let's go server index.js, then close it, and we'll go to src app.js. Okay, and we'll just close this. So firstly, it's the create URL. So firstly, I think we should go with the create. So for create, we need some cards, I think. So we can go here and search for React JS cards. Let's just search and see if we are having some or not. So we'll open this React component. Oh, sorry, I haven't told you. So when you'll search React.js cards, so you'll get Material UI components cards. Just go there. You can check the URL also. It's normal. material-ui.com/components/cards. So we'll just select this card and we'll do everything from this card only. So we'll just copy. Oh, sorry. We'll just click here and it will copy it on your like clipboard. Then we'll go back. Then we'll make a new file and we'll say create.js and we'll just paste it here. Okay, nothing, we have done nothing. Okay, so firstly we have to install these libraries, so it's very easy. Just go to PowerShell where you are running and just type npm install @material slash ui slash core and just press enter, because these are like imported from these only. So it's installing. So I guess you have a little understanding how React works. If you don't, I think you should have some, but if you have a little also, it will be easy for you. Okay, so we'll just change the name of the component to create, because we are creating. Okay, and we'll just save it. And in the on the app.js side, we'll just import these things. Import create from /create. So we are importing create. What is the name of the function? From create file. This is the create file we have here only. Okay, and to use this we just have to do, because everything will be inside this hello world only, so we'll just have to do slash create and this tag. Like you can use like HTML tags also, like create, like this also, or you can use like this also, self-closing, whatever way which look good to you. But we generally React.js we use like this only. Let's just see installed. Okay, installed. So let's just start it again, and this time we have like copy pasted that everything from there to here, like on the front page. So we can like close this. I think everything is done. MongoDB, let it be. Okay, close this. Okay, so see, we can see this card, but we have to make it input box, something like that. Okay, so what we'll do, we'll come to here. Firstly we'll change the width. So these things I have tried like some styling, so it's like pre-written, so you can just try another one if you feel like. Then here we'll come here, let it all the thing be it as it is. Then here we'll do classes, we'll do style is equals to float left. Okay, now just save it and let's just see how it looks. Left is not defined. Okay, we have to put it under quotes now. Okay, see, this is our normal cards, like the way I was showing you in the starting. So let's just make it firstly we'll use state. So I think you must know what is use state. Import use state from React. Okay, so we have to use state, and I think you must know use state is like setting the variable value. If you don't know, you can watch my videos how use state works. So here we'll come and we'll define some values we need. So we'll say constant name 1 comma set name is equals to use state null. So actually I am giving this value as 1 because the value from the MongoDB come like it's have a variable name and age. So I will add 1 so you don't get confused. Like you can name it name also, or username, whatever you feel like, but if you don't get confused, that's why I'm adding 1 from every variable. Okay, one will use for name, then you will use for age, then city, then country. Let's just change everything here. Age, city, country. So we have these value as, so whatever we value will pass in these things. Okay, we have to change these things also. Set age, set city, set country. So whatever values will pass in these set variable, it will get inserted into this name. Okay, now I think we have to do some changes here. Let's just remove everything from here and make it plain simple. Okay, let's just save it. Yeah, so now just make it. So we'll have a p tag and we'll have a name, then we'll have a input box. How input box look like? Normal input. Yeah, then we'll have a value whose value will be equal to this name one, and then we'll have a, okay, let's just be these things first, then I'll tell you what things we need, changes here we need. So we'll just copy it and paste, paste, paste. So it will be like country, then we'll have city, then we'll have age, and here also we'll have age, then we'll have city, then we'll have country. Okay, so let's just save it. Okay, and just see how it look like. So see, we have got all the data here. Okay, so after that we'll have a button also. uh, Button part I'll do afterwards because I have to tell you also how this thing works. So so I want this value to be captured here. Okay, like whatever value someone enters, I want it to be captured. So I'll say on change, we'll get a, okay, it's an equal to, on change will capture an event. Okay, and that event will say set name. Firstly, I'll show you what happens when we do, like, will I, let me do console.log e dot target dot value. So what will happen, so on change means, so whenever we change something in the input box, like deleting, editing, whatever we'll do on the input box, it will be get captured in this event, and then we are consoling that value, like what value has been current value. Okay, and this value name one, it the same as this. Okay, so let's just save it and open the console. So these are some warnings, you can just remove it like this. So as soon as I go here and will type ZANOCODES, so see, as I keep on printing, I'm getting these values, Zano codes, like getting these values. So I want these values to be saved in these variables. Okay, so for that I'll do on, set name, and we'll pass that e dot target dot value. Okay, so now whatever the value will be keep on changing, will be getting in this name one variable because we are setting in the set name. Okay, now same thing go for the age. I think there's some error showing. Okay, these are not closing. Yeah, what's the error it's showing? Okay, these are, oh sorry. So we'll just copy it, these things, and do same for the age, city, name. Okay, then we'll do for the age, city, country. Okay, then we'll save it. Okay, now just refresh it. It's normal. So okay, so we'll getting this value here. Okay, afterward we need a button to send the values. Okay, so for button we'll just write button. Let me just yeah, button, like normal button, and we'll say submit, and here we'll say on click. We'll call a function, sorry, we'll say make a function like this and create a button, and we'll call post data, and we'll call this function. We haven't made this function. So for sending the data we'll use Axios. So let's just install Axios. npm install Axios. Okay, and installing. So we can see we are not using card action, card content, button, bull, whatever it is. So you can just delete that if you feel like. So not really needy. And anything else changes are there. Let me just see. Font size 14, 0.2, scale 0.8, in stock. Okay, everything is same. So I think it had been installed or not. Okay, it's installing. Why it's taking so much time, I don't know. Be fast, bro. Okay, till then we'll just do it. So after installing we'll do import Axios from Axios. Okay, it's normal. So what we'll do, we'll just create a function here. Like the function name is post data. So we'll call the post data and we'll do constant then like this. Then we'll do Axios dot post, and here we'll put the URL is local host slash create, and here we'll put our data. So data can be, firstly let the make data in like this, data where data equals to, let me make it const. Now we'll say name comma name1, age comma sorry, colon age1, colon comma city city1, country country1. Okay, so let's just save it like this. Okay, so we are getting, will after getting writing all the data, we'll click on post data. So as data has been saved in these variables, so we'll say const data equals to name, को name में like name to name match, age to age match, city to city, country to country, like create an object, then and send this to localhost slash we have to give the, what do you call, port also, slash create, and here we'll say data, and we'll say dot, then whenever the response come, uh, we'll just take the response, yeah, and do window dot location dot reload. Okay, we are doing nothing, just reloading it. Okay, so we are uh what do you submit this button, and we'll capture and post data on here, because you can see on our app.js file, oh sorry, index.js file, we are sending post data to create. Okay, slash create. So we'll send it to slash create only. We'll just save it, then we'll go here and refresh it. Okay, so what happened here? I think my net is slow, or what is it still installing? Let me again install it. Okay, it's going on. I don't know why it hasn't been installed in this much of time. I think there's some problem with, I don't know what the problem is literally. Okay, now we'll do npm start. Okay, we can close this window. Name one is not age one. Okay, we'll get some not defined. So what is happening here? We are like declaring this function before this use state. Variable declaration, we'll just cut it and paste it after here. Okay, now we'll just save it. Okay, we got everything. So after we'll get the data here if we do submit button. Okay, so what we'll do Xano dash codes, my YouTube name. Please subscribe. Age 22, city LKO, country IND. What has happened here? Yeah, IND. Yeah, now hit submit. Okay, I think there's some error. Let me just check. Network error, location blocked. The seat can't send request because it has been blocked by cost policy. So there's some like React uses some strict cost policy. It's like for security reasons. We'll have go to index part. So here we'll import something called const cost equal to require. We'll do cost, and here wherever we are doing app.use express.json, after that we'll say app.use cost. Okay, like it's simple. Then we'll save it, but we have to install the course also. So let's just npm install course. So this is the server like sorry, server command prompt, not the React command prompt. Okay, so we'll do npm install course. So that's why I told you, like we'll go little like and we'll tell you which library to use or which not to. Now we'll start this back. It's up and running normal, nothing, no problem. Then we'll go to again here. Now we'll clear it. Now it won't show, I think so. Let's just submit it. Again it's showing from origin 3000 has been blocked by cross. Okay, there's some error. Like let me just go back here and we'll say how we are sending. Okay, we have to specify the http type. So we'll do http colon slash slash. So sometime it's https, or so whatever you have. Maybe if you are running on local, so it should be http, and we'll save it. Then we'll go again back and then we'll clear it and again submit. Now it's got reloading because we send like if success then reload. So let's just get here and reset it and check whether data has been received or not. See, data has been received clearly, nothing much. So yeah, so everything is done. So now we'll just use these components, like this create component only for update, edit and delete and forget. Like for everything we'll use these components only. So we'll just copy it and we'll make the component, okay, called new file, and we'll say cards.js. Okay, we'll just paste it and we'll do remove this part, Axios posting, then calling of the Axios, and set part will tell you, then button, submit button. Okay, so firstly on the app.js side we'll import Axios and get all the data. We'll say import. Now we'll show the data. Okay, it's the showing time. Import Axios from Axios. Okay, and here we'll say, here we'll import use effect also. So use effect run like when I'll write it then I'll tell you. There. Okay, from, so we'll just write use. So use effect run once when the page loads, like not every time, it will only runs once. Like if we have a array dependency, so whatever the suppose the value is x, or whatever the variable value, so the time variable value will change, it will run. Or if I, like it's empty, then it will run only once at the starting. So here we'll get all the data. We'll say axios dot get, not post, because we are getting the data. Then we'll say http :/ localhost / get, and sorry, port number I always forget, yeah, 5000, and / get. Then we'll say dot, then we'll get the response, then we'll print the response. Okay, we'll say console dot log response. Okay, let's just save it. Okay, so we'll let's just check the uh, window. So what we'll get at the part C, let me just refresh it again. Okay, see we getting this data like back. So this is an array of okay, sorry, data. Then we have data, then array of values we are getting from the what do you call MongoDB name, because see we have this get na, so we are using get, so it's fetching all the data here. Let me show you here. Then back to, then we are fetching all the data from this URL. Then we are sending whatever the response come, console it. So we are getting every data in data dot data. So let me do data dot rest dot data, then we'll print it. And okay, see we got array of values. Let me just reload it. Okay, see we got array of values. So we'll map it over whatever component we need. See name, age, city, country. Okay, so we'll use this cards. So okay, everything is fine. So this posting of data we have to remove, because we are not posting data in the cards. Then what else we gonna remove it, I think yeah. So firstly, whenever the let's just import this card. Let me change this number to function default create cards. Now our function name is cards. Okay, so we'll say import cards from cards. Okay, and save it. Okay, so here we are consoling it, rather than we'll take a variable, we'll say constant data is equals to null. Okay, nothing much I have done. Then I'll say data equals to rest dot data. So whatever data come, you just save it in the data variable. Okay, so here what we'll do, we'll map over it, like mapping, like running it again and again. So we'll do rest data dot map, then we'll get, oh sorry, it should have been an array like this. So we'll say data dot map, it will pick one. See dot map means it will go on and it will keep on selecting one values like a loop. So we'll say value, will say value, we'll name it value only. And after that then we'll do like this. Then here we'll close it. Okay, like normal how we do. So here we'll write that component cards. Okay, like this. So it will come here on, keep on taking each value from the data and use and like showcase the cards. Like let me just save it and show you. Okay, there's some error, cannot read property map of null. Okay, the problem here arises is uh, before the value uh, let's just use effect rather than because the problem here is coming. Let me tell you, I told you I go step by step. The problem here is I think the data is coming afterward, like it ran instantaneously after the data came, but it won't run because it isn't uh, use state. Like use state automatically runs whenever the data changes. Then we'll say use state also. Okay. Then here we'll const data and we'll say set data. And here we'll say what we'll say use state and we'll have an empty array. Okay. Now here we'll say set, not this, we'll say set data. So here we are setting it in a variable. So what we are getting the output like response, then we are setting in this set data like use state and it will come here. Okay. Now just save it and just run it. Fail to compile. I think there is some token, based on this error. This okay, I think this is the unnecessary. Yeah, now just save it. Okay, we have to call it under the function, sorry. Control X. Now just save it. See, now we'll get four forms. Like four forms, like the value was 4. See, you can see it. Let me just show you. I am not printing it right now because I remove console. So see, we have 1 2 3 4 4 objects. So this is the create one constant, it will be always there. Then we have 1 2 3, it is printing 4 times. So somehow we have to send those values of mapping to these data and it should show. Okay, so that is done with the help of map. So for map we'll say name equals to value dot name. Okay, it's a like we'll getting a name obviously, then we'll be getting age dot age equals to value dot age. Then we'll get city equals to value dot city. Then we'll say country equal to value dot country. Okay, so we'll send the id also because we'll get like this id, we're getting this id also, this because this is the thing we need to update and delete. Like I told you now, we'll use id. Then you will do value dot underscore id and let's just save it. But these things we have to receive there also in some form. So let's just like delete this create, we have already done. So in function cards, you can come in function cards and you'll just put colon and say name comma age comma city comma country. Okay, comma id. And these things as soon as they come, we'll just put in onto name. Then we'll do age. Then we'll do city. Then we'll do country. Okay, and this time we remove the input part and remove all input part and change it to name 1. Then remove this and we'll do age 1. City 1. Country 1. So there's some error, I can see it. Yeah, p tag not close. Yeah, so let's just save it. So what I'm doing here, I'm sending these values one by one, like them I showed you, like it's an array loop, like mapping over each and every object. So for the first object it comes and uh, display this card and send these values. So here we are getting these value, name, age, city, country, id I will use afterward for delete and update in this component only. So now as soon as this comes, it I'll set name to name one, age to age one, city to city one, country to country one. Then I'll just showing all the things like name, age, city. Okay, and then save it and go back to the React tab. See, name, 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 name. Okay, everything is coming like it should come. Okay, you can add little bit of CSS. I know it doesn't look that good, but it's like React tutorial, not CSS. So now next part is we have to update it. Okay, for updating, we'll add a button here, normal button. Let's just do first for the delete, because delete is easy one, then we'll do for the update one. Okay, so we'll update add a button called delete. We'll say on click and we'll call a function delete data. Okay, we'll call a function called delete data, and here we'll call that function delete data, and we'll say constant, and we'll say now here will you again use axios for deleting the data. Arey yaar, let's just copy it from here, I think so. Yeah, okay. Now we'll say axios dot post, and we'll say hit the http :// localhost 5000 / delete delete, and now we'll send the id underscore id id, then we'll say dot then yes window dot location dot reload. So see what we are telling here. So anyone who click on this button delete, so it will come in this delete data. We'll send the post record and send the ID, like this ID whatever I'm setting, because every card, like every component will have a different ID based on their mapping values. Okay, then we'll whatever the response come and then reload it. Okay, I have saved it. Now see the everything, like everyone has gone one button. So suppose I'm deleting this data, okay, this name part. Okay, then I click on delete, so it will go delete it, and like these things are only shown. So now only one thing is left, update. Update is like little tricky. Let me just take some uh, uh yeah. Now work on the edit button. So edit is little bit tricky. You have to be like put a lot of like mind here. So let's just go to the edit part. So what we'll do for the edit part, firstly we'll add a button here. Obviously we'll be editing the data, so we'll add a button, and okay. Okay. Edit, then we'll say on click, not the button, let me on click, let it be button will be there. So somehow see we have uh this data, we have to change it somehow to this, and the value should be inside it. Okay, somehow we like it should be like this Abraham. We have to change this to this, and the value should be inside it. When we click edit time, like let me just reload it. I haven't saved it. Oh, let me just save it. Yeah, somehow when we click edit, so we'll get these things, and then after that their update button, like submit button, somehow we have to get it. Okay, So for that we'll use a what do you call, a flag or boolean which checks whether we have clicked the edit button or not. If we click the edit button, then change different things. Okay, so we'll say update comma set update equals to use state comma true, false. So for now we are not updating. Okay, we like for now there is no updation, so we have like used false. But on click we are saying set update to true. Okay, we have clicked the button. So now when we click this button, somehow these values should change to input tag. So what we'll do, we'll just go to this create, and I think we should just copy this input part. Okay, okay, before that let me just tell you how we do it. So we'll check for update variable we have, we'll check for update and mark a question mark. So we are saying sending if the update button is false, then show input tag, otherwise show name one. So let me just explain, got like pretty hard on you. So this we are saying, oh sorry for the that just my leg got stuck here. So we are saying if the update got true, someone clicks it, okay, then we have set it to true. Then show this input tag, input value name one on change, like the same for the create one. So value will be same name one because we have already set it here. So value will automatically show. Okay. On change set name retarget dot value. Okay. But we if we haven't, like it will be false from the starting. Then show the name one. Okay. Let me just save this one and show you for the first time. As soon as I click edit, see it got changed to this. So what's happening, let me again tell you. We are clicking setting update equals to true. So what I have told, if update, like if update value is true, boolean value is true, then show the input tag. This is the input tag and the value is name one, we have already here set it. Okay, that's why we have set it in the advance only. Then on change, whatever will change will capture it. That's the another part, like for the react this part. And then if we haven't clicked it, like for the starting it will be false only, then show the this value only. Okay, so now we'll just copy this thing and paste it everywhere, and we'll just paste it here and paste it here, then paste it here, and we'll just change these values. Just try to write it and you'll know, because I know it's look pretty complex, but if you write it you'll know. Age 1, then we have here age 1, code live bits, but it's super easy, believe me guys, it's super easy. You just have to do it once. City 1, then we have country, city, yeah, city only, then we have country 1. Okay, then we'll just save it. Okay, see now just reload it. See, everything is fine, nothing much. As soon as I click edit, it got here. As soon as I click edit, then it came here. As soon as I click edit, it came here. See, like everything is working now. On edit we have got it, but on edit we want a button also which can send the request. So this is the same as that only. Will make it, if update, like if update is there, then we'll add a button which says update, otherwise there should be null, nothing. Okay, see, edit, nothing is there. As soon as I click edit, update button appears. Edit, update button appears. Edit, update button appears. Let me reload it. Nothing is there in the starting. Okay, so we'll say on button, we'll say on click, and we'll say we'll call a function call update data. Okay, then yeah, then we'll come here, then we'll copy this because we are now updating the data. We'll say update data. Then what we'll send whole data part. So we'll just come here and copy this. I think we should copy this only, this thing only, whole. And this time inside it, yeah, we are sending name, age, country, city, ID, and one thing more we'll be sending, that is the underscore ID, because with the help of ID we'll be like defining which data we have to update. So then we'll send it to update and we'll just save it. See, super easy, nothing complicated. Oh, update data is not defined. Date. Oh, I made it date, not data. Save it. Super easy. Let me just do it once. Edit. We'll make it to John. I think there is no space in between everything. Let me put a space. Yeah. Now let's just save it. Why not putting a space? Just save it. Yeah. Now it's look better. So we'll updating it to John and then we'll send update. Okay, I think there's some error. Let me just check it. Mm-hmm. Update data. Then we are setting the value back. Then we are sending it. Data. Is it error from here? No. Let me again update it. Okay, that time I think I haven't clicked. So it's go to change like John. Then here we'll make 30. Arey, what is this, yaar? Why everything got changed? Let me reload it. Okay, everything is there. Update it. We'll make it. Arey, I think I missed up something. Okay, I messed up something. I think I messed up something. Somewhere. Okay, see these value I haven't same set age. That's why I thought everything was changing. Set city, country, save it. Yeah. Now refresh it. Yeah. Now I'll change age to 30. Okay. And see update it. Age 30. Now this USC I want to change it to USA. Now I'll do update and I think I messed up again something here. Country one, set country, set city, set age, set name. Update city one, city. Okay, this is got name one instead of country one. That happens like when you copy code instead of writing it. Laziness make you. So see, refresh it. So we got USC. We'll change it to USA and we'll say update it. Okay, now update works perfectly fine, nothing much. Okay, so now we'll delete this data. Now we'll create one. We'll say then technical tech with team. I like his channel tech with team. Dinesh 24, then 3, Melko, look, UK, then we'll say summit and data got here. Country UK, city log is 24, tech with team name. Then we'll delete this data and data dot deleted. And this is how you do it. Boom. So if you like the video, please subscribe it because it took a lot of pressure and like lot of work hard it took me to do these things. Okay, so yeah, thank you guys, thanks for watching.